Hello students, let's begin with computer and electronic machine. We have come across various machines that make our life easier. Each machine, given some raw material, gives us a final product. On the screen, we see a tailor stitching clothes. He is given a raw material as an unstitched cloth. It goes under the process of stitching, and the final product that we get is a beautiful dress. Similarly, we have an IPO cycle for the computer. What is IPO cycle? IPO stands for input, processing and output. Input. The user gives input as a data to the computer. The data is a collection of facts and figures, like the letters that we type on the computer or the numbers we type. It is termed as a data that is given to the computer. This data goes under a process. What is a process? The data that is given to the computer, the CPU works on the data. This is called as processing. After the processing, the result what we get is called as an output. This result is a meaningful information. But do you know where the computer stores this information? Yes, it requires another device, and this device is known as a storage device. What are the fundamental operations of computer? Input and output operation. This is the basic task of the computer. It takes in the data from the user, processes it and gives us a meaningful information. Computers are also able to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Computers can also perform logical operations. What do you mean by logical operation? It is comparing two quantities and giving a result either as true or false. For example, if we compare A is greater than B, if yes, it gives a result as true. If no, it gives a result as false. This means a logical operation. Computer memory. A computer uses its memory to store information. This information is stored in a storage device. Do you know that the computers do not understand our language? The language that the computer understands is zeros and ones. Zeros and ones are called as binary digits or bits. When we enter a character using a keyboard in the computer converts this character into a code which is understood by the system. This is known as a machine language. Each letter or a character has its own binary code, which we are going to study in our higher classes. Now let us look at the storage measurement units. A combination of 8 bits make 1 byte. A byte is the smallest unit of storage which represents a character in a computer. Similarly, 1024 bytes make 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes make 1 megabyte. 1024 megabyte makes 1 gigabyte, and so on. Memory. A computer memory is made up of two types. Internal memory, which is also called as a primary memory or the main memory, and an external memory, which is also known as a secondary memory. The internal memory consists of RAM, which is called as random access memory, and a ROM, which is a read-only memory. The external memory consists of a hard disk, a compact disk, DVD, digital versatile disk, and a thumb drive. Now let us look at all these computer memories. Internal memory, primary memory or the main memory. RAM. RAM is known as a random access memory. It is a temporary memory. It stores input and instructions and output, but all of these instructions are lost when the computer is turned off. For example, if we are typing a document on the computer and suddenly the computer shuts down, all the data that we had typed goes off. It's all lost. That's because RAM erases all its memory when the computer is turned off. Next we have is ROM, read-only memory. Read-only memory is a permanent memory and it stores information, but once this information is stored, it cannot be changed. For example, there is a process to start and shut down a computer. This process cannot be changed. That's because the process is saved on the ROM. Now we have external memory or a secondary memory. Hard disk. Hard disk is fixed inside the CPU box. While working on a program, CPU uses RAM to save instructions, and when we save our program, the CPU saves it in the hard disk. The hard disks are of two types, internal and external hard disk. The storage capacity of a hard disk varies from 1 TB to 16 TB. Next we have what we call as CD or DVD. Both these devices store data permanently. It is one of the most popular secondary storage device. It runs with the help of a CD or a DVD writer. External memory or the secondary memory. Hard disk. Hard disk is fixed inside the CPU box. While we are working on a program, the CPU uses RAM to process the data. When we save the file, the RAM copies the data to the hard disk. There are two types of hard disk, internal and external hard disk. The storage capacity of this hard disk varies from 1 TB to 16 TB. Next what we have is a CD and a DVD. CD, a compact disc. DVD is a digital versatile disc. Both of these devices store information permanently. It is one of the most popular secondary storage device. It runs with the help of a CD or a DVD drive. The storage capacity of a CD is up to 700 MB, whereas of a DVD, the storage capacity varies from 4.7 GB to 17 GB. Thumb drive. Thumb drive is a small portable secondary storage device. It's also known as a pen drive or a flash drive. The storage capacity of a pen drive varies from 128 GB and even more. This pen drive or a flash drive fits into any USB port of a computer and it can hold data without a power supply. We can save text, pictures, videos, games on the pen drive. SD card or micro SD card. SD card is a secure digital card, also known as a smart card. It is commonly used in cameras, mobile phones, tablets, etc. Cloud storage. Cloud storage means the data stored on the remote server using the internet. You can store documents, pictures from your computer and your smartphones on the cloud storage. The different cloud storage are Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud, OneDrive, etc.